What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're gonna be rebuilding the Memphis Grizzlies in NBA 2K22. Definitely smash that like button, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. On the road to 30,000 subs. It'll probably be a while before we get there, but hey, your sub could definitely help us. But regardless, we got the Memphis Grizzlies today laying out in front of us. So I do like what the Grizzlies have done. Obviously, they are a very young and exciting team. Getting Ja Morant in the draft, having Jaren Jackson as well, who are basically, I believe Ja Morant, if I'm not mistaken, or Jaren Jackson, I think, is actually one or the other. I think Ja Morant's actually younger than Jaren Jackson, I think, if I remember correctly, or something like that, but it doesn't really matter all that much. But for this first season, I like what the Grizzlies have, honestly, right in front of me, laid out in front of me. As far as rotation is concerned, I do want to go ahead and probably change it up. I know D'Anthony Melton is not actually a starter, so Dylan Brooks, he is listed at small forward, and he is going to go down if I move him to shooting guard. And then we have Kyle Anderson listed at the power forward, which we'll move him back to small forward, and I guess we'll move Brooks to shooting guard. I don't know what I just clicked, but let's make sure that whatever I just did was not going to happen. Okay, boom. Now we got that done, and now we can look at our actual rotation of Ja Morant, Dylan Brooks, Kyle Anderson, Jaren Jackson, and of course they made the Yos Valanciunas for Steven Adams trade. It'll definitely be interesting to see how it looks on paper, how it's going to look. I expect Memphis to definitely be either a team that really surprises this year, or is still going to be in the playoff conversation, obviously, whether they're playing or better. But we're going to go ahead and summate this first year. I'm actually not going to make any changes this year. I like what the Grizzlies have done. Kind of just want to sit back and see what 2K thinks about this team, and of course we'll make our changes from there. We're obviously going to try to make the Memphis Grizzlies a championship team today. Unfortunately for us, in this first season, Memphis did not, or not Memphis, 2K did not see Memphis as a playoff team. We ended up going 36 and 46, and we're only the 11th seed out west. So unfortunate news, obviously, for us, but I mean, we still haven't made any changes, so I'm not too upset. We got 29 from Ja Morant, 19 from Jaren Jackson, 17 from Dylan Brooks, 11 from Kyle Anderson, 9. So I kind of think I want to keep Dylan Brooks, Ja Morant, and Jaren Jackson all together today, but everyone else, we'll definitely have to see. Xavier Tillman's the guy I like as well, but and then Clark, I don't know what happened with him. He was like not even in the rotation towards the end of the year, I think it was, in the postseason, but I don't know what his future plans are for him. But we do have a big offseason ahead of us, obviously, so let's go ahead and see what lottery pick we're going to land. Not making the playoffs is definitely a step backwards for this organization, and we end up with the 12th pick, so that could definitely still get us something good. And we have number 22 and number 30, so we have 3 picks in this draft. Is there a chance I could find a way to move up? That would actually be kind of cool. So head coach Taylor Jenkins is a guy I expect to kind of stick around. I've liked him for Memphis, and I think he'll be just fine, so we'll just bring him back. Let's go to the draft now. On draft night, I think I want to make a trade. Now, what pick do I want to trade up to? Because that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I'm not sure yet, but I want to add more talent to this roster. 12, 22, and 30. Would that give me to pick number 3? That might be too generous thinking, but I was going to ask for it anyway. I could probably throw in another future first year, and they might accept it, and they don't. Okay, so let's actually kind of shoot down a little bit. So instead of number 3, maybe we'll go for like... maybe go for like number 6 from Oklahoma City if they would do this. And you know, Oklahoma City loves their draft picks. So let's go ahead and maybe give them one more. And okay, just like that, we ended up with number 6 in the draft. I can feel good about that. We could jump in at the 6th pick in this draft, and we can grab someone who I think will be nice value for us. So kind of looking for a wing player here. Don't know what's going to pop up at me, though. We have AJ Griffin Jr., Jaden Ivey, Nikola Jovic, and then Patrick Baldwin. So I think I'm going to take AJ Griffin Jr. here. Welcome to the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm feeling good about it. He was a 76 overall coming in. I like him as a wing player. Hopefully he can step up big time for us. Of course, we are going to accept all of our team options. I kind of forgot they traded for Jarrett Culver, so he could kind of play a big year for them as well. Desmond Bane is a guy I like. Maybe we put him to the rotation here soon. Jaren Jackson, a free agent, definitely an important free agent we want back. And then for free agency, we have Jaren Jackson, of course, and Kyle Anderson. So I think I do want to resign Kyle Anderson. Do I want to keep him around? Not necessarily. I would love to get Colin Sexton here, but I think I would have to renounce Jaren Jackson, which I'm just not willing to do. So I'm going to go ahead and pay Kyle Anderson because I do not want to just lose him, obviously. So let's pay Jaren Jackson, or let's pay Kyle Anderson, I should say. And then we'll wait, obviously, after moratorium to see what we're going to do. And okay, so yeah, well, I was about to say, I don't think we have enough money to do anything else other than, obviously, get Jaren Jackson Jr. back and make a trade. So, who am I going to trade Kyle Anderson for yet? I have no clue, but I definitely want to make some change. Maybe I don't love Steven Adams at the center spot. Maybe we want a different center. We need to do something, and I want to look for something different. Now, I know Phoenix would never do this in real life, but since we are living in a fantasy land here in 2K22 today, Can I get DeAndre Ayton out of them? That would be a lot of fun to have DeAndre and Jaren Jackson Jr. paired up down low. So I offer Culver Adams 2023. I don't think this will get it done, but I'm gonna offer anyway. Okay, they want more, which is fair. I'll throw in one more pick, and then I'll even throw in maybe D'Anthony Melton. Would they be fun? Okay, that's too much money. All right, maybe I take one of these picks out, and maybe I trade one of my young wings. Zaire Williams is down here. AJ Griffin. I do love, you know, I don't necessarily want to trade Zaire Williams, but if I can get DeAndre Ayton out of this, I'm doing it, and they don't agree just yet. So maybe I throw in that first back, and just like that, we get ourselves a stud center in DeAndre Ayton, and now we have a team of John Morant, Jaren Jackson, D'Anthony Melton. We have Kyle Anderson, who I didn't even trade away, so we can still definitely do something with him. And then Brandon Clark, DeAndre Ayton, and Xavier Tillman. So I honestly love how this looks. And then for free agency, Jaren Jackson Jr., if we can go ahead and pay the man, get him back, that would definitely... I did not mean to renounce him. No, why did I renounce him for me? I was trying to sign him. Oh my... Okay. Like, literally, man, that's so annoying. Why did it renounce him, bro? I was trying to get... Okay, obviously, I'm going to force Jaren Jackson Jr. back on my team because I just got cheesed by 2K. I hate that it automatically tries to make you renounce players. Like, I don't want to renounce him, obviously. So, I got to get Jaren Jackson Jr. back. Give me a second. Okay, now that Jaren Jackson Jr. is back on the team, we have John Morant, Dylan Brooks, D'Anthony Melton, Kyle Anderson, Desmond Bane, AJ Griffin, Brandon Clark, Jaren Jackson, and then DeAndre and Xavier Tillman. So clearly, I'm kind of looking at Kyle Anderson right now, and I kind of want to trade him. I don't know what I'm going to get for him, but I'm definitely looking at maybe my backup point guard situation, how I could upgrade it. Alex Caruso pops up, Marcus Smart, who's on a large contract extension, Mason Plumlee, Royce O'Neal, Evan Fournier, Terrence Ross. So I'm just going to continue to look through these. Monte Morris, and we only have to trade a second round pick. I actually love that trade the most. Devontae Graham's actually not bad as well, but I do love Monte Morris as a player in real life. And I think if Monte Morris was given an opportunity to be a starter somewhere, I think he could honestly probably be very nice for some team. I just don't know if he'll ever find that opportunity. So we're going to go ahead and run this team back, and we should, with all this player progression, we now have a big three of Jaren Jackson, Ayton, and John Morant. Dylan Brooks still here, Brandon Clark, Xavier Tillman, a lot of good role players. I expect a big year out of Memphis. We just made a lot of aggressive changes. Hopefully 2K thinks this is good enough and we're better than just an 11 seed in the West. Year number 2 comes to an end, and hey, we ended up being the 4th seed out west. I feel pretty good about that. Jokic is your MVP. Ty Washington, Rookie of the Year. KPJ, 6th man. Giannis, Defensive Player. Tyrese Maxey, Most Improved in Philly. Willie Green, Coach of the Year. And Michael Meyer, Executive of the Year. Now, by the way, Maxey might be able to put up these numbers here, soon. I guess Ben Simmons is just not going to play for Philadelphia at all. So, that definitely is just like such a crazy story this offseason. And the fact it's not even resolved yet is just crazy to me. But whatever. So player stats, we got 28 from John Morant, Jaren Jackson with 18, Dylan Brooks with 17.5, Ayton with 14, AJ Griffin with 11, and Brandon Clark with 10, 7 from Monte Morris, 6 from Tillman, and 6 from Desmond Bane. So now we get to play Memphis, or not the I'm the Memphis Grizzlies, not the Thunder. So we get to play the Oklahoma City Thunder. We have Shea and Zach LaVine. So that's an interesting pairing. So now you have Giddey, Zach LaVine, Roby, Derek Favors, Dort, Theo, Yannick, Darius Baisley. I mean, I think I should win this first round series, but you just never know. So in the current round against Oklahoma City, and we are going to beat them in 5. So now we get to play the New Orleans Pelicans. So we had a good run against Oklahoma City, beat them in 5 games, but now we get to play New Orleans, who can sometimes be overpowered. We are playing our former center and Jonas Valanciunas, so you never really know what's going to happen, man. Similar in current round against New Orleans, and we end up losing 6 games. Unfortunate, but hey, expected it as the Pelicans, the overpowered Pelicans, I should say, win the championship here in season number 2. So this offseason, I don't know if I want to do anything crazy. I mean, I'm totally fine with just kind of watching the development of these players and seeing how it goes. As far as player options, we want to keep all the young guys. Qualifying offers, Marcus Howard, Brandon Clark's a free agent. Okay, Brandon Clark's an interesting one to me because I don't know what his market value is going to be. But if he's going to get some crazy payday, he's only a 79 overall. And if that were the case, someone offers him like a crazy contract, I don't know what I'm going to do. But Dylan Brooks is a guy I definitely am going to want back. So we are going to go ahead and offer Dylan Brooks an extension. Definitely very nice. And it's automatically telling me to renounce, these other guys, which is stupid annoying. Why on earth would Memphis renounce John Morant? Of course I'm going to match his offer. Jesus, man. 2K is crazy. Okay. So Brandon Clark, I don't know if he has any crazy offers yet. If we look at it, he only has a 1 year, $5 million from the San Antonio Spurs, so nothing too crazy to look at just yet. So now I have to evaluate, do I like this team? So I like our point guard situation. Brooks had a really good year. D'Anthony Melton's cool. I guess the small forward spot arguably could be better. But at the same time, I mean, everyone else is kind of good. So I guess if we wanted to upgrade this, the forward spot, we could. But I might wait and see what's going to happen with Brandon Clark. I drew a blank for a second. So far, Brandon Clark hasn't got any offers. So he's 26 years old. I'm thinking about paying the man, and I'm thinking about trading him. That's what I think I'm going to do with this Brandon Clark situation. So he finally accept my offer. So now we have free agency day 12 to fill out maybe a bench role that we need. So happy about that he finally accepted my offer. So now with Brandon Clark, could we maybe upgrade our small forward position? Like, could we definitely make it better, or do we just want to roll with what we got? Which either way, I'm fine, but I definitely am going to have to entertain the idea of seeing if we can find a better 3-and-D wing here. So I think I am going to try to grab Mikal Bridges from Phoenix. So I've already made a trade with Phoenix, and now I'm about to rob them again. Clark and Melton for Bridges straight up. They don't agree. Okay. I do have some more picks I can throw their way. I offered a couple seconds. They still don't agree to it. I'll throw in one more first, and they agree. Just like that. Now we have the scrappiness of Mikal and Dylan Brooks next to Ja, Aiden, and Jaren Jackson. I'm feeling good about this team. So now we do have a lot of options at the wing spot, but what we can do is we may move Desmond Bane to the shooting guard spot, and that's fine. So we'll have Desmond Bane play kind of the backup shooting guard role instead of backup small forward role, and AJ Griffin's got that. So now we are ready to roll with Mikal Bridges and Dylan Brooks on the outside. I love the idea of those two, being able to guard our best players on the other side of the team. Obviously the other team's best players. That was a better way of saying that. I don't know why I said it the way I did. So now we're gonna roll into season number 3 with this new roster, and I'm feeling pretty good. I think things are gonna go our way. I think we're gonna be a very high seed in the West, just like we were, and this time we're gonna compete. Luka Doncic is your MVP. Victor Wembanyama. Okay, I definitely said that wrong. Okay, don't roast me. Josh Giddey, 6-man defense player. Giannis, Paulo Banchero, most improved. Taylor Jenkins, coach of the year. As we went 61-21. I'm feeling good. Like I said, I was very excited about this team going into things. I thought we put together a very interesting roster. We had 25 from John Morant, 21 from Jaren Jackson, 17 from Dylan Brooks, 16 from DeAndre Ayton. We had 8 from Monte Morris, 8.5 from Mikal Bridges, 8, 7, and now we can kind of roll into these playoffs, steamboating hopefully, and hopefully we have a really good year. But now we get to play the Denver Nuggets, who lost Nikola Jokic, so that definitely plays into our favor. They still have MPJ and Jamal Murray though. Losing Jokic would be like the Nuggets fans' worst nightmare. That would just suck. So now, like I said, we do get to play Denver. Somebody come around against Denver, and we are gonna sweep them. So absolutely blow them out of the water. Now we get to play the team that beat us last year. So again, New Orleans is usually overpowered, so I mean, I'm a little scared here, not gonna lie. Somebody come around against New Orleans, and we are up 3-2, and we beat them. Let's go. We beat them at 6, and now we are in the Western Conference Finals playing the Oklahoma City Thunder, a team that we just beat. They now have Zach LaVine playing the shooting guard and Talen Horton-Tucker playing the small forward, which I've seen Talen Horton-Tucker on my Twitter quite a bit today. A lot of people are saying he's quickly becoming overrated. I don't know, man. I don't really have an opinion on it. I know the guy has a interesting future ahead of him. If he can become a really good player, LA has been reluctant to trade him, so that tells you something. We'll have to definitely see what he looks like this next year. So hopefully a good year from him. Somebody through game 1. Win game 1. They evened it up though. Game 3, they're up 2-1. Okay, if we go down 3-1, that is doomsday. So please, 2K, do me a favor. Let me get this tied series. Let's go. 2-2. They're up 3-2. Not a good sign. Okay, now we have to go to Oklahoma City, and now we have to just force game 7, and everything will be a-okay. So 2K, please, man, I'm begging you, bro. Why, man? I can never do this thing, man. Why, like, the game's not even close. You're telling me this team's gonna roll up there in game 7 and game 6 and get stomped on? Oklahoma City and Detroit. Pistons going to win the championship. Cade Cunningham, finals MVP, 29 points per game. We run it right back. That's all we got to do. We run it right back. Same roster, same rotation. We run this thing back. We win this time. Come right back, man. Here we are. Again, first seed in the West. We are feeling good about things. I looked at the wrong stats, so that's not good. But player stats, 25, 21, 18, 16, 13. So AJ Griffin Jr. is starting to become something for us. So here we go, man. Against Portland. They have Damian Lillard. They also have Nikola. Not even gonna try to pronounce that name. Holy moly, that's a tough last name. But somebody current round against Portland, and we beat them in 4. Now we get the Houston Rockets. So Houston definitely has a really nice Jokic, Mikey Williams, Jalen Green, Kenny Chen. Yeah, we're losing. We're losing, right? Yeah, I'm literally not even surprised at all. Thank you guys for watching. I'm saying peace. Holy crap. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.